Hi everyone, Nick Kratikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor, and tonight you're watching me on Bowdabra. It's kind of hard to believe that it's already Monday again. I feel like it just happened like yesterday, doesn't it? That was when Yaya had her surgery. We went live right before, and it's already been a week, so that's kind of unbelievable to me. So we're going to be dealing with both of our Bowdabras tonight. We have our large right here, and this is the wand that you guys hear me talk a whole lot about, but I don't use it a whole lot. So what it does is you just, place it inside the middle, and, you can compress your ribbon. So if you add a lot of ribbon into it, it's definitely handy. I never really kind of overpacked my Bowdabra. But behind the camera tonight is Alex, and Alex hasn't filmed a Bowdabra tutorial in, I'd say, a few weeks at least, right?
I think so. Hi,
yeah,
everyone.
It's been a little while. So as you guys come in, be sure to say hi and thank Alex for being with us tonight. Let me just pull up the video, make sure we are live. Looks good on my end. Also tonight, Bowdabra is giving away a free roll of ribbon. And if you would like to win, all you have to do is just let us know.
Melanie says, hi, Nick. Laura says, hi, Nick and Dad.
Welcome. So it's not Dad actually tonight, it's Alex. But, Dad always is here anyway, so I will be sure to let him know that you said hi. Also, you guys, if you are interested in any of the Bowdabra products, as well as some ribbon kits, here's the wire, here's the Bowdabras, and Bowdabra has come out with some really nice ribbon kits for spring and summer. You guys can order all of that through my affiliate link in the comment section. Bowdabra has pinned the link. Hi, Nick. Shared. Well, thank you, Edna. So let's start off with the bow. So this ribbon I've had for a few weeks now. It's a Sam's Club ribbon.
Hi, everyone.
And I thought this reminded me of like a watermelon, doesn't it? So we're going to do two different bows using this because I think it's kind of important to show you guys multiple techniques within one kind of ribbon. So to start off with, we're going to cut some tails. Doesn't matter how long. You can cut them long if you want. You can cut them short. It's totally your call. And then what I like to do is I like to just dovetail them ahead of time. That way I don't forget about them afterwards. Like so. And we're going to take it nice and slow tonight, you guys. Take your tails. Don't place them into your Bowdabra yet. We need our wire. So this is the Bowdabra wire. It's 100 yards.
Yes.
Okay, so it should clear up in a minute or two, you guys. Let me know if you can still see me. It looks pretty clear on my end, but we're going to take our ribbon. All right, so we're going to take our tails, place it into our Bowdabra like so. All right, it looks good now, you guys. Hands up if you can see me okay. We're going to take this, place it inside. And this is going to be a traditional bow. So we can create as many or as few loops as we would like. If we want a super duper full bow, we add more loops. But I'd say for spring and summer, I actually like working in less ribbon than we would at Christmas and fall. Because I think we, can come back in with some greenery, some flowers in between these loops and really kind of showcase that. So we, never really do any more than 4 or 5 loops on either side. That usually is more than enough for the projects I try to create. And also, you guys, if you don't mind giving this video a like and a share, we would appreciate it, as well as letting us know if you guys enjoy these tutorials. So you all know that we enjoy our time here on Bowdabra every Monday very, very much. And I hope you guys kind of like these videos as well. So that's 4 loops on either side. Let's just do one more to finish it off. Might as well. And then I'll show you guys the wand. So like I said, I don't get much use out of the wand, but I still will show you guys how you can put it to use. So I just take my hands and compress my ribbon like so. But if you had double the amount, it might be easier just to take your Bowdabra wand, place it in, and compress like so. Much better? Yes, it looks great. So Carol says, I can see the Bowdabra, not you. Well, thank you, Carol, that you want to see my, handsome face. But, the focus is on the bow, so we kind of do little pop-ups like that every now and then. Now we're just going to take our wire and bring it through. Doesn't matter which way, you guys. I've said that before. It doesn't matter how you add it in. The result will be the exact same. Faye would love the ribbon.
Millie says, love learning with you, Nick. You make it so easy.
Oh, thank you. Take your wires to the back of your bow.
Reva just bought a Bowdabra. And, yeah, Pam would love to win some ribbon tonight.
Yes. So, like I said earlier, Bowdabra has pinned the link for you guys to purchase all of the products in the comment section. Pam would love to win. All right. So now we can just fluff our bow open. Nice and easy. And how's the weather been for everybody lately? I feel like we've had a beautiful few days weather-wise. Even today was really nice in the 50s. So let us know if you guys have had good weather. I feel like spring is surely here. What is today, the second or third day of spring? Mm-hmm. What is it, second? Let us know, you guys. Is it the second or third? I'm asking Alex, but I should know better because Alex has no idea when. She doesn't even know it's spring yet. I think she still thinks it's winter. But that's okay. So here's our first bow. Give some hearts if you guys love that. I think that ribbon would be perfect with the watermelon. Right?
Linda says, I get frustrated when making bows, but after watching you make your magic, I'm ready to try again.
Thank you, Linda. Yes, bows are very easy. Once it clicks with you, it's very hard to forget. Truthfully, it really is hard to forget, that specific technique. You might be a little rusty, but once it clicks, or once it kind of re-clicks, you'll get used to it. So we're going to take our wire. That's about a 36-inch piece of wire. I am a little wasteful with my wire, but I'd rather have more than not enough. We just fold it in half. Now we can come back into our Bowdabra. So we created a traditional bow. Now it's time to create a funky bow. And then after that, we might as well do a 3-2-1 bow with this, just to show you guys the different examples. So we're going to take our ribbon, create a loop, right, with 2 tails on either end. And I never really measure, you guys. These loops are about 3.5, 4 inches. Tails anywhere from 6 to 8.
Lots of people saying they have some sunny 70s, 80-degree weather. Wow, I'm jealous.
I know. I wish we had 80-degree weather. Hey, y'all. Bought a Bowdabra because of your wonderful bows. Trying to follow along. Thank you so much. Well, thank you, Kirsten. I'm glad you purchased your Bowdabra. And you absolutely will get it. So, we have probably... I don't know how many tutorials we've done with Bowdabra so far. We've done plenty, and Bowdabra also has tons of videos themselves. So be sure to join their fan gallery. And this week on Nick's Seasonal Decor, we are releasing our Bowdabra tutorial. So the last couple of weeks here has been a little too hectic. So we haven't done as much as we would like and haven't, focused our time on, as many projects as we would like. But we do have a Bowdabra tutorial that is pre-recorded and edited down. So hands up if you guys can't wait to see that. I will have that posted on my business page. And, I think it's going to be very useful.
Catherine asked, are you twisting the ribbon?
So what I'm doing, let me show you. I'm just taking it, pinching it right one on top of another. Just taking my tails, lying them out, cutting our tail, and then just taking it and placing it into my Bowdabra. Very, very easy. We have 2 loops on either side. Let's come back in with at least 1 more. And I think that should be it. I think we only need 1 more. And as you can see, I'm not measuring. This tail is much shorter than the other one, and that is A-okay. I think that's kind of the beauty with these bows, is that they're all imperfect. Hi, Nick. Didn't know you did demonstrations for Bowdabra. Yes, Vicky. So we have, been working with Bowdabra for the last... don't ask me times, you guys. You guys know I'm awful when it comes to time frames. But we've been here with Bowdabra for, I'd say, at least a year now, which is awesome. We love working with Bowdabra, and we fully stand behind their product. Now what I've done is I've just taken my wire, fed it through like we did with that last bow. Now we can take our ribbon or our wire, bring it to the backside, and create several knots. So I see we're at almost 400 viewers. Keep those likes and shares coming, you guys. We appreciate it.
Sherry asked, Nick, have you made a bow with Bowdabra scrunchy ribbon?
So I have not yet. That's something that, we can do in the near future. It's not a ribbon that I use in my wreaths, but, I know lots of designers out there love it for hair bows and all sorts of goodies like that. But we definitely can put it to use at some point. I think that would be really fun. So let's just quickly dovetail these tails. This is a very important step because it really creates a professional looking edge. So if you've never dovetailed before or cut it at an angle, I highly suggest it because it really makes, a world of a difference.
Susan asked, on your funky bows, how long is your ribbon pieces?
I just honestly, look at how long this tail is in comparison to this one. Can you guys see the difference? So I think the more imperfect and the less you kind of stress over the lengths, the better your bows become. And I don't just say that because, I'm lazy and I don't want to measure them. We're pretty good about gauging the lengths of things here. But it just doesn't make a huge difference. And if it did, I'd let you know. And it really doesn't. For certain techniques, it does. This one, not so much. This one's kind of a very free-spirited bow. All right. I think that's all of them. I could be mistaken. Looks good to me.
Sherry says this is my favorite kind of bow.
I know. These are very popular. Hands up if you guys like these bows. I love them because you can use whatever ribbons you have, and you can be using kind of scraps. So if you only have a yard or two, put it to use in a bow like this.
Purette says, I could be a dovetailer for a job. It's fun.
I know, right? It looks so much better when you do that. All right. Just fluffing, pulling your loops apart. As always, bows look their best on their final kind of resting spots. So if you have it on a wreath or on a wine bottle or a present or a swag or a lantern or wherever you're putting your bows, that's really where you can give, your all when it comes to fluffing. And as always, we do provide Bowdabra with pictures of the completed bows once all is said and done. So here's our funky. Here is our traditional. See how pretty those look? 2 different tutorials using the same ribbon. And now we're going to do one more using the same ribbon, and then we'll mix it up. I swear, we have a wreath to create tonight. We have lots of fun things, but I do want to show you guys using the same ribbon, because if you're anything like me, it's kind of easiest to learn when you kind of are dealing with the same product. It kind of gives you lots of different ideas. And that's something we do a lot of in Nick's exclusive wreath community as well. We kind of use our leftovers up. We kind of use the same products in kind of different ways to really get you thinking outside the box. So the same thing goes with these ribbons. Take a length of wire, place it inside like so.
Angela asked, what type of arrangements would you consider using the funky bow on?
Any arrangements. You can be using more narrow ribbon. You could be using larger ribbon. It all just depends on, what you want to go for. You can absolutely use it, and we have done it in the past. So now what we're going to do is cut another length of tails. And this time we'll just cut it at an angle. Right? Something different. We have our wire in place. We're just going to place our ribbon into our Bowdabra like so.
Darlene asked, how many loops do you typically use in a funky bow?
I usually use between 5 and 6 depending on, how full I want it to be. Sometimes I like them to be a little bit thinner, but now we're going to do 3 loops on either side that are about, 4 inches or so.
Ellen says she loves the wire.
I know, Ellen. So the wire is great. It really holds on strong. So now we're going to repeat that process. Do 2 loops now on either side. And then we'll do one final loop. All right. Now we'll do our final loop. Now we're going to come back in with 2 smaller loops on either side. These loops are only going to be about 2.5 inches. Or so. Doesn't have to be exact, as always. So now we're going to do the same process once more on either side. And then, what are we going to do, Alex? I don't know if you've heard this term before, but I call it a little button loop. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little button loop. And I love those because they really cover up any ribbon, any wire, or any imperfections in the heart of your bow. So this loop, our final loop's only about an inch, inch and a half or so. Compress your ribbons down. Take your wires, doesn't matter which side. Pull it through the closed loop.
Tracy says, happy Monday. Happy Monday, Tracy.
Happy Monday, Tracy.
Sherry says, this is also a pretty bow.
Yes, this is another favorite.
Edna also says button loop.
I know, yes, Edna, button loop. So now we can tie it from behind. Pull our tails down. And start fluffing.
This looks like ribbon candy right now.
It does look like ribbon candy, doesn't it? What do you guys think? I don't think we've ever really eaten it either. No. Have we? I can't think of a time I've eaten ribbon candy. Maybe have you guys? Let us know. What's it taste like? I feel like it's just like a hard candy. Yeah. So fluff those 3 big loops out. Pull your 2 smaller loops on either side out. And as I said earlier, the best time to fluff is when it's on the finished product. That's really how you can get your bows looking great. So I don't stress until it's on my wreath or my swag or wherever I'm kind of hanging them up on.
We have Joe from Arkansas watching. Hi.
Hi, Joe. What do you think?
It's pretty. I love the colors.
Right? It reminds me of a watermelon.
Carol says it's delicious.
Delicious. So we created this bow, funky, traditional, using the same ribbon. So like I said, that's something I wanted to do for a little bit because I think it's very helpful when you guys see us using the same product, in different techniques. So now what we're going to do is create another bow. So should we do our wreath? How are we doing on time? We're halfway through. So let's make our wreath now. So the wreath bow, we're going to be using some yellow ribbon.
Darlene says, wishing Yaya well, hope she is doing well.
Thank you. She's feeling much better. Still not 100%, but, she'll get there in the next few days or so, hopefully. So the ribbon we're going to use now is a 2.5 inch. And look at that. Look at that polka dot. Isn't that cool?
She wore an itsy bitsy.
Yes. Teeny weeny yellow polka. Yes, that's what we're using. So we're going to create a bow Should we do funky for this? I feel like funky would look nice, but we don't have to. What should we do, Al?
Funky.
Or maybe we should just do a couple loops. How's that sound?
Singles?
Yeah. Well, not singles, but a couple. Watch this, you guys. We're going to do something different. So the wreath we're using is going to be an 18-inch grapevine, but it isn't the best grapevine. See those tails, how they're different lengths? That is okay, too. I think that looks really nice when you do it that way. Place your tails into your Bowdabra like so. Ribbon candy reminds me of both my grandmothers. Miss them so much. I'm sorry, Lynn, but I've never tried ribbon candy. I think that's something we should try this Christmas.
Yeah.
This Christmas. I think that's a big Christmas thing.
Yeah, a lot of people said they get it like for Christmas or around the
Christmas.
holidays.
Yeah, I've never tried it. So we're going to take our ribbon and only do 2 loops. Or, you know what, we'll do 3 loops. We'll do 2 longish loops, and if you wanted to measure them, you can just lift them up and see if they're the same height. I never even go that extra mile, but that's another possibility. Now we're going to do 1 final loop right in the middle.
Sharon says, you are not old enough to know that song.
All right, our little button loop now. Place that inside.
Tracy says, so springy, gorgeous ribbon.
I know.
Giselle
really like
loves the yellow polka dot.
Okay, so we're going to pull it through. We cut that wire really long, thinking it was going to be for a big bow. But that's okay. Even the little pieces, we end up saving and putting them, you know, for smaller bows and stuff like that. But we're going to just tie it from behind.
Hi, Gary.
Hey, Gary.
Barbara made her first Bowdabra bow today.
Awesome. Yes, share pictures with us too, you guys. Whether it's in the comment section of this video, Bowdabra's fan gallery, or just any post in general. We always love seeing what you guys come up with. Thank you, Gary. Okay, so now, time for our wreath. And this wreath base, as you can tell, isn't the best. But it is kind of cool, right? Kind of cool. So we'll make it work.
That might be the thinnest one I've ever seen.
It is very thin. If I could be a grapevine, I want to be this grapevine. Now we're just going to take our wire from behind and bring to the front. Okay, so just tying it very easily. And then I'll bring it back to the back and tie it once more to really make sure it's secured. That's a big thing, you guys. If your bows aren't secured to your wreaths and they fall off, there goes, you know, the bulk of your design, the prettiest part of your design. Now what we can do is take that out. Who wants to win? Exactly. So if you haven't commented down below that you would like a free roll of scrunchy ribbon, all you have to do is just let us know in the comment section, and you could be tonight's lucky winner. So now for our tails, we're just going to cut them at an angle, I think, for tonight. We could have also dovetailed them too. That's another possibility. Bring them down. And then I have some of these. You know what these are, Al? Ranunculus. Isn't that a funny word? So we're going to break off some of these flowers. We don't need too many. Like so. And work them into the wreath. Just dipping them in our glue skillet and poking them inside the grapevine. The very, very thin grapevine. But that's the luck of the draw, though, you guys. You never know what kind of grapevines or products you're going to get in when they're natural like this. They could be the best in the world, and they can also be the worst. And we always can make do with what we got. So, you know, don't be too hurt if your grapevine doesn't come out perfect. Or if, you know, you order online and it's just, you know, not the best in the world. Because we can always put it to use, and we can always turn it into something really nice.
Lots of people want to win tonight.
Awesome, you guys. Yes, all you have to do is just drop a comment. It's that easy. Okay, cut off another tail. Nope, not a tail. Flower. We'll cut off 2 more. And then we have some white hydrangeas because we have polka dots on it that are white. I thought that would be a nice, you know, touch of color. Place one there.
Phyllis says, it's a win just watching you make pretty things.
Oh, who said that? Phyllis?
Yeah.
Thank you, Phyllis.
Cindy says, I love my new Bowdabra. My niece sent me one as a gift.
Awesome. Yes, you're going to love it, and you already do. So that's a sure sign of how many bows you're going to be making in the near future. So now let's work in a few of these white hydrangeas. And these came from Joann's. I think they were $9.99? $8.99. We're just going to snip off a handful of them and work them in. And I think these white ones would look great in kind of a patriotic wreath. What do you think of that, Al?
Yeah.
Red, white, and
I
blue.
like that.
But we're going to do a summer wreath tonight, so we got to work in kind of the matching colors. Okay, place another one there. And just kind of filling in, you guys, not being too particular. Something like this is a very basic wreath that any beginner can make. So if you haven't made a wreath before, if you struggle, just throw a couple loops on there. A couple flowers, inexpensive flowers. You can even get from the dollar store if you really wanted to. And make something. Right? You can put a monogram on one side. And just a couple loops. 2 loops, actually. That's it. Well, and our button. Can't forget about the button. And then some flowers. And that's what you can get. Using just a couple products.
Is that glue you're dipping it in? And
yes,
it's
absolutely.
the very messy glue skillet.
It is a glue skillet. And you guys can find those links on my website. But I love my glue skillet. I haven't touched a glue gun in so long. I actually have a whole box of them in front of me that have like cobwebs on them because they're, haven't been used. But we all use different things. But if you haven't tried out a glue skillet, I definitely encourage you to. And I see we're over 350. Thank you guys for all of the hearts and the shares and the comments. Is that a wired ribbon? Yes. So everything we're using tonight is wired. So for this bow, Al, what should we do? Trying to think. We could do anything, really. Should we do a combo? What do you think of these two together?
Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah? Let's try that. What do we got to lose? So we're going to take this pink, and let's do a combo funky. So we're going to cut some tails, place them inside of our Bowdabra. I love hydrangeas and grapevine wreaths, especially white ones. Me too, Sherry. I love hydrangeas. And we actually have some right off the side of my shop down here, the sliding door. We have a few hydrangeas down here, and I love them. Yaya's always been a big fan. I feel like she always gets one every year.
Janine says, I love Nick's bows and videos. It cheers me up.
Oh, thank you.
We also have Deborah who asked if you make mailbox swags.
So we've done mailbox swags before, and let's try something a little bit different here. We're just going to do a couple different loops. So the mailbox swags we've done in the past, we have designed them for Nick's exclusive Wreath community. But, we've tried pretty much everything at this point in time, Alex. Wouldn't you say? Mm-hmm. We've given everything a shot. There's a few things out there that are kind of on my bucket list of to-dos. But, mailbox swags we've done, which are very fun. And we do something a little bit different, because I did order on Etsy a mailbox vinyl with our name and our address on it. So I can't actually cover the top of my mailbox. So what we ended up doing is just placing a teardrop swag on the side. Which looks really, really cool if you haven't seen that done before. So can you guys see what we're doing with this spell? That's a little bit different. We're working in 2 loops at a time. So we'll do that once more with each color.
Sonia says, Nick is the fastest designer I've ever watched, but beyond talented.
Thank you.
Felicia says, your glue skillet was life-changing. I love mine.
Life-changing, exactly.
Brenda asked if those ribbons are from Sam's Club.
These are all Sam's Club ribbons, yes. And as I said earlier, Bowdabra has released a ribbon collection. I haven't gotten it yet but from the pictures I saw, I can just see the quality, and that's something that takes kind of years, you guys, of trial and error. I've gotten to the point where if I order something online, it's usually a hit because I can kind of distinguish the quality. Like certain ribbons online, I just know aren't up to par with me, but those ribbons definitely are, the quality's there. So we're gonna just work with one more section of ribbon.
We have our winner tonight, and our winner is Barbara Weeks. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Barbara. So send Bowdabra a message, and they will be more than happy to send you a free roll of scrunchy ribbon. And the color choices are, let's see if Alex remembers.
Red, silver, and gold.
That's right. I put her on the spot. She looked at me. She's like,
sorry, I was reading comments. We have a comment from Angela who says, does your Wreath community require a membership? If so, are you open to accepting new members?
Yes. So next week, if you can go to nicksseasonaldecor.com and you'll see more information under Nick's exclusive Wreath community. Let's tie this off one more. Talking kind of the specifics of the group. But also, don't forget, Bowdabra has a community group, too, showing you guys how to make all different kinds of bows on Bowdabra, the fan gallery. So Bowdabra will share the link to that, and you guys will be able to join. It's completely free, and if you don't learn how to make bows by me, that's A-okay. We all have different learning preferences and different ways of learning. So if you struggle with bows, struggle with using your Bowdabra, Sandy, the owner and creator, is a great demonstrator of bows. She does a wonderful job with hair bows and all sorts of bows, as well as other designers in the group. So, if you request to join, you will find so many different videos that one will kind of suit your fancy. Definitely one video out there out of the thousands you'll kind of be able to make a bow with. So Sandy will be going live Sunday at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. And Sandy, like I said, is the owner and creator, and she is wonderful. I could talk to her forever. She's just so funny, too. And Bowdabra did share the link to the fan gallery that I was just talking about, so you can request to join there. And that's this bow. Kind of something different, right? And what I would recommend doing, too, is actually making sure all of your tails are dovetailed. Placing something in the middle. So if you had like a little butterfly, or if you had something kind of fancy, you can place right in the middle. Or an ornament, or a flower. Like that. I mean, this is a full-size bloom, but, obviously we're not going to want to do yellow with this color scheme. Something cute that you can place on a wreath. So that's the different, kind of technique. I've actually never tried that, the amount of loops that we've done. And I think that turned out really cute. So we got a couple minutes left. We have time for one more bow. I feel like we created a ton of bows tonight, haven't we?
Can you make a mini bow?
Yeah, we're going to make a mini bow. See, Alex read my mind. So that's the final full-size bow. The mini bow, I figured we use my favorite Sam's Club ribbon this year, which is this one. So we created a wreath with it last week, and I loved the way it turned out. So we're going to do a mini bow using that. So remember when I said I'm kind of wasteful with my wire, so I usually just save, little pieces of it? We're going to put this to use tonight. So you don't need a, super long length, especially for a little bow like this. And this is perfect for hair bows. So Sandy's, a great demonstrator using the mini Bowdabra. Last week we created a miniature daisy with it. I don't know what happened to it. It's somewhere over here. I'll find it and show you guys, but it turned out really cute. So what we're going to do is cut off our tails first. We're going to cut them between 8 and 10 inches on either side. Start off with dovetailing. Place the tails into the Bowdabra. And then create your loops. So let's do 2 loops on either side. We're just full of techniques tonight, Al.
Wow.
Different techniques. So we'll do 2 big loops on either side, and then we're going to finish it off with the iconic little button loop. I was going to say button bow, but that's not it. So that's our second loop. Now let's do our second on the other side. Right? And now let's just do our little button. The button only has to be about an inch or so. Place it into your Bowdabra. And don't forget, Bowdabra does give away rolls of ribbon each and every Monday when I'm live. So, every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we are live here on Bowdabra. And there's always a ribbon to be, won. So if you're somebody that doesn't believe that you're going to win, you'd be surprised. We've had lots of lucky winners that have never won anything in their lives and won a free roll of ribbon.
Angela asked, do you recommend a short or long ducktail cut?
Ducktail. I haven't heard that since we used to watch it as kids.
I know.
Dovetail. I honestly like them to be a little bit sharper like that than a little more narrow. So that's what it looks like, a little bit longer. But I think what she was asking is if, you like it. Oh, it's not
like if you started higher.
Well, I mean, let's say.
Like cut almost straight.
Like that. So I don't love that look. I like it to be a little bit more showy. Does that make sense? So what I would recommend doing is just taking it a slightly more angled cut like that. About, I don't know what kind of angle that is. What, a 45-degree angle? Don't ask me.
Beats me.
We don't know. Acute, obtuse, and what's the other one? Right?
Yeah.
Right angle? I don't know. Don't ask us, you guys. But it's probably acute. I don't know. But that's the bow. And I think that turned out really cute.
More defined. Yes, that could be what Nick's talking about. More defined.
More defined. That's what I'm trying to spit out, but I can't. So let's take another length of our scrap ribbon. We have time for one more bow real quick. And this one, all we're going to do is, let's see, that looks like a good length. Place 1 loop in. 2 loops.
Becky says those are acute angles.
Acute, that's right. It's an acute bow. 4 loops, and then we'll do 5 loops, and 6 loops. And then that's it. Let's see how this turns out.
Linda says a little geometry lesson.
Well, you can't even say the word, Alex. So I'm pretty sure, you know.
We need it.
We need it. So if you guys know geometry or know how to pronounce it, we could use your help. So let's tie this bow off, and then we are done. So let us know which of the bows we made tonight is your all-time favorite. We're kind of intrigued. And as always, we will see you next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern on Bowdabra. So that's our final little bow, which is cute. If, you know, I had a little hair bow on it, I mean, I don't know. Is that too big for a hair bow?
Yeah. It's it's like a cheer bow.
It's like a cheer bow, right?
Yeah.
So that's a quick little bow. But Sandy's the expert at that. So again, Sandy will be live 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on Sunday here on Bowdabra. I'm Nick Kretikos of Nick's Seasonal Decor. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Again, let us know which of the bows is your favorite. You can order all of the supplies that we used tonight, the Bowdabras, the wires, and some ribbon kits that, you know, we didn't use the ribbon tonight, but it is great quality. You can order that through the affiliate link in the comments section. So I love you guys. Thank you for the little geometry lesson. And yeah, we'll see you guys next Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Bye, everyone.
Good night, everyone.